Hello, 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 everyone. Good morning. Happy Monday. Another volatile week ahead. Earnings season officially kicks off Friday. Powell speaking tomorrow. CPI Thursday. Hope everybody is ready. Good morning, Patrick. Good afternoon, Charles. Good morning, Connor. Martinez, good morning. Red day today, no afternoon trading. Did a Mr. Bungles. Okay. Well, there you streak. Well, all streaks have to come to an end. As long as you stuck to your trading plan, it's fine. Good morning, George. Good morning, Gary. What happened to the Cowboys yesterday, Gary? I want to blame it on Monday, but we spent all yesterday prepping. well, well then you step back and and get your ducks back in a row. Good morning, Dave. All right, not much going on today. Good morning is options 22. Not much going on today. Consumer inflation expectations still looks like we have a fairly bullish sentiment kicking off today. So far, narrow range, but looking like it's starting to pick up a bit. Consumer inflation looking so. If this is at all a beat, could throw a little bullish fuel on the fire. Sorry, can't talk. That's about it today. That is about it. Good morning, Anissa. Good morning, Ari. Cowboys blew it, huh? Oh, well. Well, playoff picture is decided for American football. So we shall see. Let's see. We have energy up strong this morning. Tesla still up strong. Barron's article about Tesla. What happened there? Come on. Don't zoom in on me. There we go. Apple, Microsoft, Google up just a bit. Amazon trying to put in a little rally. So shall see how this unfolds today. Going to keep a close eye on energy. Some bounce in the semiconductors. Was watching for that breakout in NVIDIA. Energy leading, then consumer cyclical, then technology, which should lead comm services up a bit this morning too. 77% for the 25 basis point in about 3 weeks. Fear and greed in neutral mode. So neutral row. By the way, the gamma level bumped up just a bit, but we're trading right there. It's 39.31. We're trading roughly at neutral gamma right now. The next major gamma level isn't till 4K for your gamma wall. 4K. But Tilray was a miss today. After hours, you got not much. WD-40. But tomorrow morning, Albertsons before the open. Don't discount Albertsons. So far, we're trading against the key breakdown level right now. So little rally taking out Friday's highs. We'll get to the key thing I'm watching today in a second, but most of you know tuned in yesterday. We'll take a look at Tesla in a second, Dave. Good morning, Royal Palms. Good morning, Donald. Amazon shares up 1.3% after Jefferies sees cost pressures. Oh boy, it's good. This is going to be one of those. It's going to be one of those times. Goldman Sachs doing cuts. Amazon double bottom. We'll get to look at these in a second. Futures Edge, you said there's a conflict between futures and cash. You defer to cash, but here you said I said for FX. For FX only. Not for stocks. For FX, George. That I defer. Why? Because futures has a stopping point in it, and cash trades 24 hours for a little longer than the futures, and it tends to give the spot for I should say the spot market for FX gives better signals overall slightly than the futures. For stocks, for the indices, The futures give better signals than the cash. So the ES gives better signals than the SPX, and it gives better signals than the equity SPDR ETF. All right. Going into a clear path move here on the daily S&P, dropping down to we're trading as key resistance. This is very key level. You see resistance back from mid-December, and this was the breakdown level from the beginning of December. Next target I am utilizing is 39.84 to the upside. Any pullback, key support is now this 39.17 area with the rising 4-hour rotation zone. The next pullback level is as a pretty strong major support is 3,900. So we really don't want to see any pullback from the bull case below 3,900. A pullback below that, though, goes into major consolidation, and the next key support is 38.80. So any rollover has lots of stopping points from a bearish perspective unless there's major momentum. All right. So again, target area for me for the next couple days. We'll see. We got Powell speaking tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Central, so before the official open. Next is 39.84 to about 39.99, 4,000. That's the 50% of this down move, and the 200 simple on the daily. So let's see. What else do we want? Key market I'm paying attention to today. NASDAQ confirmed double bottom. This is one that will probably have to be entered in intraday, and then if it closes above there, it's officially triggered. First target area declining 50 happens to be the first target area with the double harmonics, 11,393.75. Next target area, 11,500. Final target area, 11,006. So this is the one I am keeping a very close eye on. You see basing confirming a couple times, but not yet trigger. And again, you need a daily or 4-hour trigger officially, but this will probably have to be front run with this support, 11,140. We drop below that. The major support is about 11,000 to 11,025. I will be watching 11,100 with the rising rotation zone if we get any pullback. And again, similar as the S&P, but if the NASDAQ starts dropping back below 11K, you are into a clear path move, and you could see a rapid retest of the lows. So not expecting that today, but let's say Powell throws major cold water on the rally and it drops below 11K, not only would it potentially stop out the double, it could really accelerate towards the lows because of this clear path move. Let's get peek in at the Dow, which broke out again on Friday, follow through today. First target 34,020, so roughly 34,000. Major target 34,375 to 400. Key support coming back at 33,600. So unless it drops below 33,600, not terribly worried about anything in the Dow. Come on. Right around there with the rotation zone crossing up. Russell breaking out. Next, I'm targeting the 200. 1832 to 1837 is the target area. Key support coming in at 1797. The prior resistance area we were watching to break, which broke on Friday. Spiders and the Qs. Spiders gap up today. So on any pullback key, a little area right now is this 390.65 area. So that's the first. We're looking to open around 390.80, 390.60, and then key is the 50% harmonic, which is right at the breakdown level. 392.63 are my two targets, the upside. The next big target would be 397. Key support, should it pull back? Also remember, you still have a tiny little gap fill, although it's not going to be a major target at this point at 389.63. And we're going to fill that on the gap open. So the pullback gap fill would be to 388.08. And the major support you don't want to see a break below is 386.22. Again, I'm targeting first in here between the 50 and the 62.5, the 50 being the first level, and then the 62.5 to the 200. But the 62.5 is going to have to be key for a closing basis. The Qs also have a double. The confirmation point is 270.15, trading pre-market just above it, so it should be confirmed on the open. Key support still coming in at 268.70 area, 268.50 to 286.70. Below that, that would not be very good because you're breaking you have the clear path move back down. So the next level that you got to watch for with the support is right here. And if that breaks, we could easily see a pretty rapid slide. That level's 266.85 approximately. The targets, should the double trigger, either needs a daily or 4-hour close. The rotation zone's in the way, so it would be preferable with a daily close above the rotation zone, which would be above about 270.95. The targets, the first major target, 275.45, 275.40 with the declining 50. Then you have 277.90 area. Then another major is 280.74, which is the big breakdown zone. Yeah, Powell speaking's tomorrow. That's what I put up. Not today. He'd be speaking now. He's speaking tomorrow. And then CPI on Thursday. So that's what I'm saying. If Powell doesn't throw a kibosh on the rally, which we should know. So, let's see what else. DAX. DAX. 14.6 is key support, trading against this 14.8 harmonic. Next key level is 14.911. Trailing mode, watching for a significant topping pattern. Cycles at the top, overbought on the daily, and getting back to overbought on the weekly, and a nice weekly divergence setting up. So, nothing but to trade with the trend at this point and trail stops. Watching for a reversal pattern. Nothing going on in the notes. Key support coming in at 113.24. It's into still a clear path move. The end of that is about 114.30, so that's the next target to the upside. Dollar index trading at a very critical level and now breaking it since the last time I peeked in. Trading down to, I showed you how to do these little reverse harmonics yesterday, 102.77, pausing right there. 102.49 is the next minor level, but the key level I'm focusing on is 101.95 to 102. After the breakout, failed breakout key reversal day on Friday, follow through so far. The area I'm watching for major resistance is now 103.50. Don't know if there's any point to doing the VIX, but it's just gone to sleep. Crude, little breakout. I'm keeping an eye if we do get above the breakdown point that triggered the completed double, the 76.71 area on a closing basis. We get back above there. Going to watch for a retest of this high area. The double is still obviously in play, but not yet triggered. Gold, still watching for that topping area. Still the trailing, stalling at this key cluster area. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on gold with oversold area and cycles starting to roll over. The currencies, euro, here I'm targeting, now we're back above. Going to see if we close above this 107.20 area. But 107.70 to 107.90 is the next key target on that. The pound, watching the 122.20 area, 122.20 on a closing basis today. Should the rally continue, then we should retest the high area from mid-December. The yen, which is pausing, bump coming down to 62% harmonic. That's what I'm watching on today's closing basis, 131.48.4. 131.48.4 is key. Again, rotation zone, but it really needs to, we had the sort of sell-off, now just pausing, needs to get below that 62.5 to retest this low area and then a potential another breakdown trade. So the 10 years, which have gone to sleep today, there's not any action going on right now after the BOJ buying at the end of last week. Tesla, we had the Bank of America downgrade on it, dropping their price target from 275 to 135. See, this is why you can't follow this. That's a load of crap. So if you've been following them for their price target on Tesla. Oh, 275 is that target. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I'm long from 200, 180, blah, 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 blah. What? They just made their price target 135? What? I mean, come on. It didn't change that way overnight. So it just, again, but interesting enough, it's the other side of the daily rotation zone. So watching for some follow through. On any weakness into the open, we'll watch for a partial gap fill, but watching for this to tackle this 124.50 area. And we could see a drop if we get to 4,000 today with Powell going in. We'll just have to see. The market's tipping more and more with a bullish sentiment in the short term going into earnings season. Powell's is pretty much until Thursday the only thing that could throw a kibosh on that. Then we got CPI. UVXY, is it trash? This is what I'm talking about. I've talked about these before. I don't like these ultra short term things. I don't like these ultras. Because, yes, you could, unless you're catching intraday moves, this is nothing you want to hold. Because on these ultras, there's the bleed out principle. There's a bleed out principle because of the way they have to be hedged. I find them to be trash. What else do we have in here? I'm trying to get back to C. Amazon. I generally don't like to trade leveraged ETFs unless they are intraday only. Amazon, you get above this 87, 86, you could see a little run into this clear path move. The first key target, I'm just going to look at the quick harmonics on here from this little sell-off. first key target would be that 62.5 and roughly about 90.70, and then the gap fill 91.58 if it gets follow through this week or in the next couple days. I forgot to do Tesla on the 1 hour. Any indication on a Tesla 1 hour? No. I mean, you had the gap fill. You can watch on the short term. We're trading above it now. So the next key level is this 118, or just go off about 119. 119, you got a breakout play for the gap fill left from the end of December left behind. If you're looking for a potential intraday bullish play above 119, so that's this breakdown zone with the rapid moving away candle. Above there, you have a little vacuum to the gap fill. The gap fills to 123.24. That's the only little great potential bullish play right now. Key support, by the way, coming in at 114.75. Where else? SPY fourth quarter profits are projected to have dropped 4.1%. I mean, people still aren't really pricing in a major drop. Already got Tesla out of the way. There's no 1 hour bottoming pattern in there. This is a mess. The key thing would just be the breakout play. Natty gas for Martinez. Again, as I said yesterday. Where's my natty gas? There's my natty gas. Natty gas. Watching today on the close. Though it's the short-term breakout above Friday's high. Why? Because it's a percent B setup. With a close above there, then we could easily make a run for about 417 area. It's a super aggressive since it's against the trend. It is better off utilized as a profit-taking signal because it's against a strong trend. But there is major support. You see here, this is a trading against major support. But I would not be surprised to see another rollover play to retest this support area and set up a stronger bottoming signal. So that's where we stand. Not much else to talk about. Let's just peek back in on the shorter term S&P. Going into the open. Key resistance still is 39.33 area. If we break below there, I'm focused really on this 39.16. You have a little mini gap still that's left unfilled. So 39.13, 39.75 to 39.16 would be major support if it comes down to try to retest it. Other than that, NASDAQ breaking into this, so this is just what you want to keep an eye on. I think this is going to be one of the great potential trades today for a breakout play into here. Also, you see, even on the 1 hour, you got this really nice clear path formed from back in December 22nd. December 22nd, we're trading above the little failed return to it before. So this is very key for this this new breakout area to hold. So that's what I will be focusing on with the open. Did I do Russell? Yeah. Just on the longer term. The Russell, as I said, the Russell, I am targeting this 1833 to about 1837 area. Should actually flip these for right now. the topping area potentially, but this is still going into a clear path move. You have the key 200 would not be, I mean, that's my target, the 200. For anything short term, you don't want to drop below 1797. You can use 1800. If you're looking for a tighter area, it's 1809. The little breakout area from earlier this morning is 1809 for a key stop level. You don't want to see it really fall back below that very much. All right, that's where we got 1 minute to the open. I'm going to jump off now. I shall see everybody later. You should have a pretty decent roadmap. Again, if the Dow does continue to power higher, really watch for that the 50%, this 39.84, then the 50% level coming in right around 4K, 39.99. She'll chat with everybody after the close. Great trading day. Bye.